Welcome to the Ontario Mortgage and Real Estate Insights podcast, your go-to source for the latest developments, trends, and regulatory changes in the industry. I'm your host, Steve Hamoan, here to provide you with insights sourced from reputable news outlets to help you stay informed and make well-informed decisions. This podcast is brought to you by Real Approved Inc., a trusted mortgage brokerage dedicated to helping Canadians achieve their homeownership dreams. Visit realapproved.ca to learn more about how their experienced team can assist you with your mortgage needs. Let's dive into today's episode. Today, we're examining the current state of the rental market in Canada, which has been a roller coaster for many renters since the COVID-19 pandemic. According to a report by the Canadian Press, rental prices have been on a steep incline over the past few years. In 2021, the average asking price for rentals went up by 4.6%, followed by a 12.1% surge in 2022 and another 8.6% increase in 2023. However, there's a glimmer of hope as 2025 may bring some relief. Rental market experts suggest that the rapid increases in rent prices are unlikely to continue this year. Giacomo Lattis from Rentals.ca noted that average asking rents fell by 3.2% nationally in December, marking a significant 17-month low. This decline was particularly evident in Toronto and Vancouver, two of the most expensive cities in Canada. RBC economist Rachel Battaglia describes this as a turning point and highlights that various factors are contributing to this potential cooldown. On the demand side, economic and labor challenges have meant fewer people are seeking new rentals. Tim Hill, a real estate agent with Re/Max, All Points Realty in Vancouver, mentioned that people are trying to stay put if they have a good monthly rent. Additionally, slowed population growth due to reduced immigration targets is impacting demand, as newcomers typically make up a large share of renters. Rachel Battaglia also points out that a weakening labor market could lead to more households bundling or delaying moves into new rentals. TD economist Rishi Sandhi forecasts that purpose-built rent growth will ease to a range of 3 to 4% this year. He predicts that falling interest rates will further encourage renters to transition into homeownership, thus reducing competition for rental properties. This shift is expected to lower costs for landlords, which in turn could reduce the pressure to increase rents. The supply side of the rental market is also showing positive signs. Canada has seen its largest gain in purpose-built rental supply in over 3 decades, according to the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation. This influx of new supply, combined with the expected completion of more projects this year, should make the rental market more attractive in 2025. However, the availability of affordable units remains a challenge, as noted by CMHC Deputy Chief Economist Tanya Barasa Ochoa. Despite these positive trends, the rental market remains tight, particularly for more affordable properties. Giacomo Lattis warns that while rental prices might decrease temporarily, the long-term undersupply of units and high interest rates in the past could dampen future construction momentum. This suggests that the relief seen in 2025 could be short-lived, and affordability challenges will persist for many renters. Rachel Battaglia sees the slower population growth as a golden opportunity for Canada to catch up on housing construction. She emphasizes the need to accelerate the pace of building new rentals to address the ongoing supply issues. This period could be pivotal in shaping the future of Canada's rental market and ensuring more stable affordability for renters. In a significant development for Ontario's housing landscape, the federal government has announced a major investment aimed at addressing the province's housing needs. With more than $2 billion allocated in contributions and low-cost repayable loans, this initiative intends to build and repair 22,417 homes through 234 housing projects across Ontario. These efforts are part of the National Housing Strategy, targeting diverse communities and prioritizing Ontario's most vulnerable populations. The funding is distributed through several key programs. The Affordable Housing Fund is providing over $300 million in loans and contributions to create 2,319 new units and repair 1,047 units across 38 projects. The Affordable Housing Innovation Fund is contributing over $96 million to create 3,671 new units across 7 projects. The Apartment Construction Loan Program is offering nearly $1.5 billion in loans to create 3,306 new rental units across 15 projects, with a focus on affordability. Additionally, the Canada Greener Affordable Housing Program is funding repairs to 10,615 units across 161 projects, emphasizing energy efficiency and environmental sustainability. The Rapid Housing Initiative, with a contribution of over $85 million, will help create 246 new units and repair 45 units across 11 projects. Lastly, the Federal Lands Initiative is contributing nearly $10 million to create 1,168 new units across 2 projects. This comprehensive investment strategy reflects the government's commitment to resolving the housing crisis, ensuring that every Canadian has access to safe and affordable housing. The Honourable Nathaniel Erskine Smith, Minister of Housing, Infrastructure and Communities, emphasized the importance of returning a strong federal role to affordable and non-market housing, stating, "The market alone won't deliver the housing affordability we need." These initiatives are part of a broader effort under the National Housing Strategy, which, as of September 2024, has committed over $57 billion to support the creation and repair of hundreds of thousands of housing units. The focus remains on aiding those in greatest need, including seniors, Indigenous peoples, and individuals experiencing or at risk of homelessness. The strategy also highlights the importance of sustainability and energy efficiency in housing projects. The investment in Ontario is a testament to the government's ongoing efforts to address housing challenges and create a more equitable housing market. With projects set to roll out across the province, the coming weeks will see more detailed announcements at the local level, providing further insight into how these funds will be utilized to benefit communities. In a recent report from the CBC, real estate brokers in Northern Ontario are expressing concerns about the ongoing housing crisis in the region. Despite being a few years into what many are calling a national housing crisis, these brokers do not see much relief on the horizon for those struggling to afford a place to live. Gary Trembinski, president of the Sault Ste. Marie Real Estate Board, highlighted the complexity of the issue, stating, "There's so many factors that go into this. It's not simple. It's not an easy thing to get out of." One of the major issues contributing to the crisis is that many older residents cannot afford to move out of their homes, which means that this housing stock is not becoming available on the market. This lack of availability is causing prices to skyrocket, making it increasingly difficult for young families and single-income households to afford homes. The average home price in Sault Ste. Marie is now around $350,000, according to Trembinski, a realtor at Century 21. He emphasized that as prices rise, the pool of potential buyers shrinks, especially given the wages in the area. Trembinski also noted that home builders are focusing more on higher-end homes, which are more profitable, rather than the more affordable 3-bedroom bungalows that have traditionally been the backbone of the local housing market. This trend is making it even harder for first-time buyers to enter the market. In Temiskaming, broker Jada Miller echoed these concerns, pointing out that the aging senior population is facing long wait lists for long-term care in apartment buildings, leaving them with limited options for downsizing. Miller, who is with Miller Realty Group, explained that this situation is effectively stopping the housing cycle, as seniors remain in their large homes, reducing the options available for new buyers. She expressed frustration with the lack of new housing developments in her area and a lack of tangible results from proposed solutions by federal and provincial politicians. In Sudbury, the story is similar, with Real Estate Board Chair Amanda Dennis reporting that the average sale price in the city recently hit $441,000, up $10,000 from the previous year. Dennis, a broker with eXp Realty, pointed out that there is insufficient mid-range housing being built, and existing housing is not being adequately maintained. As a result, more families are opting for multi-generational living arrangements, and friends are moving in together to share costs. Dennis believes that further government intervention might be necessary to address these issues effectively. "It's not one thing. It's many things that haven't been addressed for a long time," she remarked. The housing crisis in Northern Ontario reflects a broader national issue, where a combination of high demand, limited supply, and rising costs are making homeownership increasingly out of reach for many Canadians. It underscores the need for comprehensive strategies that address both the immediate and long-term challenges of housing affordability and availability.